We complain about not having enough teachers in schools. We complain about the educational woes that we have in this country. We complain about how to fix our education system. This program would the sequester would cut that. It would also cut the mental health services that a lot of our children in our schools depend upon. Right? It would cut the amount of people that get the services they need so they don't resort to gun violence. They don't have to go into the criminal justice system. It cuts the amount of food safety, like I said. All of this, you put all this in focus and you realize this sequester hurts the American family, but beyond hurting the American family, this hurts the American child. What happens when that little child picks at the apple that hasn't been inspected and has an outbreak of salmonella? What happens when that child doesn't have health care insurance? You see what I'm talking about here? You see how all the political issues that Republicans continue to block and Republicans continue to stand in the way of harm our children and harm our families? They cannot profess to be a party of families or a party that is focused on the family and focused on life, and yet still want to take food or take away safe food from our children, cut mental health care services to our children, and take away our children's teachers. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't be a party that's pro-life and not be pro-life after the child is born. And this sequester that they've put in place, that they refuse to act upon, is exactly what this is. They cannot be a party that is pro-life if they support the sequester. And you've heard people like Eric Cantor, and you've heard individuals like Paul Ryan come out and talk about why we got to cut domestic spending. We've got to cut domestic spending. We're spending too much. We're spending too much. Is spending too much making sure that little Johnny doesn't get an education? Does spending too much mean the alternative of making sure we're not eating safe food and not drinking clean water, not breathing clean air? Is spending too much saying that the least of these cannot get the healthcare services that they deserve and they need to make sure that they don't go out and commit violent crimes, to make sure they don't become part of our criminal justice system, to make sure they're not part of our homeless problem in this country? Is that what spending enough looks like for you, Republican Party? Really though, you cannot profess to me that you're the party of being pro-life. And yet the life for you stops when that baby comes out the womb, because you don't want to give them Head Start. You don't want to give them a good teacher. You don't want to give them good mental health care service. You don't want to give them a safe school lunch. Are you kidding me? Is this really what you guys stand for? Is this really what you believe in? Is this really what the grand old party is about? Because if this is what the grand old party is about, every working family, every middle class families voting for them should leave this party immediately. Because I'm telling you, the dance down the street is 10 times better, and the dance down the street cares about making sure that your child can go to school, they have safe food to eat, they have safe water to drink, and they have clean air to breathe. Point blank, period. Nothing left to be said. It's just the truth. Do not let them pass. Do not let them do nothing on this sequester. Don't let it happen, ladies and gentlemen, because this is going to be a detriment to middle class and working class families. And this country cannot afford that after going through the grand old Great Recession that was caused by, once again, the grand old party.